Hey, welcome to my little brick house. Today is December 30th. I think it's Tuesday. I have lost all track of what day it is since I've been on break. I am a music teacher, so I have off for Christmas break until January 5th, which is nice. We were done on December 19th. My kids went to school on the 22nd and the 23rd, but I was done on the 19th, which was great. I have like 16 days off. And somehow I'm still getting the Sunday scaries. Even though I have almost a week until I go back, I'm still thinking I'm running out of time to do my want to do list as well as a regular to do list. So I'm like, oh no, I don't have enough time to do what I want to do. But I am enjoying it anyway. We had a nice Christmas. Of course, the first day of break, I was sick. I had a fever, and then my daughter had a fever. So that kind of stunk, but we were okay by Christmas, and it was nice. We had family in and out like all day long, and I made a ham dinner for my immediate family, and my parents came over, my brother came over, and we just had a really nice day. The kids had a nice Christmas. I got some nice gifts, and then my birthday was a couple of days ago, and I got some really nice birthday gifts that I'm going to share with you today, as well as whips, and I have a new chart in my Etsy shop, which I'm really excited to show you. And I have lots of charts to show you today that I want to do in the new year. So there's lots to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll show you my gifts first. So I got this, my mom gave me this really nice vintage snowman pin. She got him at an antique shop, and I just love him. He's so cute. And then my daughter, for my birthday, my daughter made me a phone charm. So she sells these in her Etsy shop, and she made me this one to hang on my phone. It's so pretty, and she did it in blues because she knows blue is my favorite color. And look at that cute owl bead. All of my favorite blue beads that I had pointed out to her, she included on this. And then since I'm a music teacher, at the bottom, see if I can show it to you. At the bottom, she included hold on, stop spinning, a treble clef charm. So she customized it just for me. She does do custom orders. She also sells bracelets and other things too. Most of her things are inspired by anime characters. And if you have a favorite character, it doesn't have to be just anime. If you have a favorite, I know she's done like book characters and Marvel characters. If you have a favorite character, she will give you a custom order based on that character. And she does a fabulous job. Look at how pretty that is. And I hang that from my phone. I took it off so that I could show it to you, but it hangs on my phone. And I wanted to show you my coworker knows I like to cross stitch. She doesn't really know much about cross stitch, but somehow she found some gifts. She got me a new needle minder, and she said she got it on Amazon. It's a hoop, and it says stitch, stitch, stitch. And then I thought this was really cool. I don't know, I think she said she found this on Amazon also, but I had never seen one like this before. It's a needle threader, but I don't know if you can see. It's really hard to show you, maybe if I put my hand behind it. It has a little tiny hook. It almost looks like a crochet hook for pulling your threads through on the back of your fabric, which I think is really cool because I always end up using as much of the thread as I possibly can until I almost have no room to put the needle through on the back. And so I just stick this through the threads on the back and pull those threads through the last few stitches to secure my thread. And it's just a neat find. It's just a really neat find. So I was really happy to get that, and that she, you know, people who don't cross stitch don't really know anything about it, but she researched it and tried to come up with a very thoughtful gift for me, and I really appreciated that. Billy, if you're watching, thank you very much. I love it. I also got this. I wanted to share this with you, and I'm gonna try to figure out how to put the link in the description below. But my mom gave me this. This is from Amazon also. It is a sofa tray, and the legs on it are spring-loaded, and it's coated with something that is like a non-slip mat, and it just clips to the arm of your sofa. And I have been using it the past few days, and I absolutely love this thing because of where I sit in my living room at my couch. I sit on the left side of the couch, and I'm right-handed, so I'm always reaching over, and I'm afraid I'm going to knock stuff over all the time. And this clips so nicely to the arm of my sofa, and it does not slip, it does not fall. And it's just the right size for my threads, my scissor, my Ort catcher, and it's just so convenient and so nice, and it makes stitching so much easier and more enjoyable. So that is, I think this is probably the nicest find on Amazon that I have ever gotten as a gift, and I just love that. So thank you, Mom, for that gift. And then for my birthday, my mom gifted me with a couple of project bags. This one is from Goose Designs on Etsy, and it is made with Tilda fabrics, and I think it's absolutely adorable. And the back, it's just beautiful, beautiful colors. I don't know if the colors will really come through on the video, but it is just the prettiest bag. And that's Goose Design, and she has an Etsy shop, so you can look that up. And then she gave me this other one because she knows I love snowmen. So how cute is this? It's quilted. It's nice and thick and sturdy, and it's quilted, and it's got snowmen on it. And I don't know if you can see, but there are like snowflake designs quilted into the fabric, and she knows how much I love snow and winter and snowmen, so she picked this out for me. This is Steno Stitches, and I believe she got this on Etsy too. And if I open it up, it's snap closure, and then you can see this part is felt for your thread bed, right? And they included I just knocked something off my table. They included a snowman needle minder in there for me, and this is a pocket here, and then there's a zipper pocket here with a vinyl front, so you can put your pattern in there and see what's in there. And it's like a portfolio, so it just folds and snaps shut. So how cute is that? And that's Steno Stitches. And hold on a minute because I knocked something over, so let me pick that up really quick. Okay, I got lots of stuff stacked up here because I have a lot to show you today, so I accidentally knocked something over. So those are the gifts that I wanted to share with you. Aren't they so nice? Aren't I so blessed that I got such nice gifts for Christmas and my birthday this year? I really do feel very blessed. I had a lot of texts from friends saying happy birthday, and it was just, our plans got canceled. I was going to go shopping with my daughter. We were going to go to the local needlework shop in Bristol, and then there's antiques shops right there around the corner that she likes to go to too. So we were going to do that, but on my birthday it snowed and it was super icy out. I couldn't even shovel behind my car because it was just like a sheet of ice. So we decided to stay in, enjoy the snow from inside in the heat. And we just hung out all day. It was really nice. My daughter hung out on the couch with me. I did some stitching and we watched some anime together. She loves the show Dr. Stone, so we watched that, and it's just my son was in and out of his room. He was gaming because he got some gaming gift cards for Christmas, so he was in and out too, and it's always so nice to just be home. I'm a homebody, so to be home and to be home with my kids and spend time with my kids is just a really really nice birthday that I enjoyed. And we're still gonna go shopping. We're gonna go on Saturday. The CrossFit shop is open again on Saturday, so we're planning on doing it then. So that's that. And I wanted to share with you, this wasn't a gift, but I bought myself a gift. And I wanted to share it with you because I've been talking to you in past videos about getting more organized and finding a way to organize my fabric better, and so that it can be labeled better, and so that I'm not some of the people that I order fabric from, they put a sticker label on the fabric, and I know that's not good for the fabric, and I didn't really know how to organize it and label it so that it wouldn't be damaging to the fabric. But I found these, and I'm going to try these. I found these on Amazon. They're actually comic book boards, but the listing, and I can include this link in the description as well. The listing title said comic book board, but then it also said for organizing fabric. So I thought I'd get that. They weren't expensive at all. I think they were like $17 for 50 of them. And here's what they look like. They're a little bit bigger than comic book boards because comic books are a little bit smaller. It's just a thin, like, poster board type paper. But it also comes with these plastic alligator clips so that you can clip your fabric on to the board. So I tried it on one, and it seems to work pretty well. I've got two clips on this side. They give you 2 clips per board. So I did that, and then I plan on just writing at the top what the fabric is, the count, and the size of the fabric. And so I'm going to try that as my New Year's resolution to get more organized. I'm going to try to put all of my fabric on the boards with the clips and see if that helps and see if that keeps it nicer. So I wanted to show you that, and I'm still working on recording everything that I'm working on in this notebook. A friend had given me. It's just a nice notebook. It has let your lives, what does it say? Let your lives shine brightly, from Philippians 2:15 in the Bible, and it has a like folder in the front if I want to keep any kind of keepsakes or notes or anything. And then I've just been I started keeping track of the pattern that I'm doing, who it's by, the fabric I'm using, if I substituted any threads, and then the dates of when I started it and finished it, and then if I have any other notes that I want anybody to, you know, pass it down to my kids so they know everything that I made, because someday they're going to get everything that I made, and I want them to know anything that was special about what I stitched. So that's part of my New Year's resolution too. I didn't get very far. So as I work on something, I'm recording it in my notebook. So hopefully this year I will be more organized. So I just wanted to share those things with you. And then I am so excited. I can't wait any longer. I'm going to show you my new chart. I posted it in my Etsy shop this morning. And I'm running a sale to celebrate my new chart. So you could, if you go to my Etsy shop, you can get 20% off until New Year's Day, January 1st. So I have been stitching like crazy. I have done nothing but stitch for the past 2 days because I wanted to get this done before New Year's Day so that I could present it to you and post it in my Etsy shop. But it turned out so much better than I even imagined, and I'm just really happy with how it looks and how it turned out. This is Happy New Year, and it is inspired by a vintage postcard. So it is a calendar with the January 1st page, and you can see the little the pages are flipping down here at the bottom, and it's a rose with some rosebuds and leaves, and I tried to do the shading and the highlighting, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And it's called Happy New Year, and it's in my shop. You can download the PDF, and this one I did on 32 count light mocha linen. It's a linen, and I backed it with just a scrap of fabric that I had left over from grandmother's flower garden quilt that I had made. So it's kind of like vintagey looking roses, and so I thought it went well with the rose on the front. And then I love sewing chenille trim on the edges of my pillows. I just think it looks nice, and it looks and this one's velvety, so it looks kind of vintagey. And this trim it's from Purple Paper Mountain, and it's called Velvety Chenille, and it's in rose color. So here's what it looks like from Purple Paper Mountain. They have really good prices on their trims, and actually I think I might get on there later today and see if they have any sales running so I can stock up, because it's nice to have stuff in your stash so that when I finish a stitch and I'm so excited to finish it off, I can just go to my stash and pick something out, and to have something that actually matches the colors it's convenient and nice, and I like it. So their prices are so good that I wouldn't have a problem investing a little bit and stocking up on some trim. So they also have like rickrack and pom-pom trim and everything too. So but I really like how this chenille looks when I stitch it on. I don't know, something about it just feels vintagey and romantic to me. So that's what I used to finish this one off. So there's Happy New Year's, and I am adding this to my Etsy shop along with my others. I'll show you some of my Christmas ones, although I don't know if you're still in the mood to Christmas stitch, but I just started the shop in like late August, and so I have like fall designs, Halloween and Christmas designs, and now I have a New Year's design in there too. So these are some of my best sellers so far. This is Noelle. She's a Christmas snow woman. with the poinsettias and the cardinal and the knit cap. And if you get the Noel, you get a free chart for Mini Noel. And she also has the poinsettia and the cardinal and the knit hat. And if you want to call it a scissor fob or something like that, you could turn it into, because it's so tiny. But I just put them both in my tray on my hope chest, like kind of like a dough bowl kind of thing, that I got from Hobby Lobby. But that she's in my Etsy shop. And also another bestseller has been Holly. I don't know how the frame and the reflection, so I'm sorry for that. But Holly, let's see if I can turn her so you can see her. But she's got her fur muff and her fur collar, and she's got she's kind of a Victorian lady with her curls and her bonnet, and she's ready to go caroling. So if you're still in a Christmassy mood, or if you're like me and you just, if you see a chart and you like it, you don't care what season it is, you put it and add it to your stash so you can stitch it later. And then another bestseller has been Silver Bells, with the holly and the I chose to do the light reflecting off the bells as the little quilt stars and the big red bow. And I turned this one into a gift bag. So those are my Christmas charts that have been selling really well lately. And all of these are listed as PDFs in my Etsy shop. And again, you could get 20% off if you go there in the next couple of days. So that's Etsy shop info. I was just so excited about this. I just couldn't believe how well the rose turned out. Like when you're putting it on the grid on the computer, you know, it just isn't the same as seeing it all stitched out. And I was just really pleased with how it turned out, and I'm gonna put it in my dough bowl in my living room. And I don't have a lot of New Year's decorations, so I really wanted to make a chart for that, and just, you know, change out my decorations a little bit. I'll be putting my Christmas decorations away before I go back to work. I like to leave them out a little bit. I know there's been a lot of like Instagram controversy on when people choose to decorate their houses for Christmas and when they choose to pack everything away. And you know, to me, it's you do you whatever makes you happy. Everybody has to do what works for them and what brings them peace in their own household. So I don't judge anybody for when they put their decorations out or when they put them away. But I will be, just because when I go back to work, it'll be musical season and I'll be staying after school for musical practices. So it makes it really hard for me to do things around the house, to find the time to do those things and still do stitching and things like that like I want to do. So I try to get everything, all the Christmas stuff put away and all my winter decorations, all my snowmen and everything out, clean really good, and then put out my winter stuff before I go back to work. So it'll probably be, I'll probably start on New Year's Day putting stuff away and cleaning or whatever, and then that, you know, it'll take me a couple of days to put everything away. And maybe I could bribe my kids to help me. Maybe I can't bribe them with cookies anymore because we have so many cookies. We baked so many cookies for Christmas, and there's so many left over. They've been eating them like crazy, so I'll have to find something else to bribe them with to get them to help me. My house is not really that big, so it shouldn't really take that long. It's only like 900 some square feet, so I mean, it's the perfect size for us. We love it. I love the coziness of being so close together, all, you know, everything being close together. So and it really does not take long to clean at all, which is really nice because I don't like to spend more time on that than I have to, which I'm sure you all feel the same way. So that's news for my Etsy shop. I wanted to share with you my whips, and was I was on Instagram, and people are starting to talk about doing 12 by 12 on New Year's Eve, where they're stitching. I think this was I've never done it before, so I think this is how it works. And if you know, you can comment below and tell me if I'm wrong or not. But they're kitting up like 12 new charts, and they do 12 new starts on New Year's Eve, one each hour from I don't know, to as long as I guess you're getting as long as you're getting 12 new starts in by midnight. That's it seems to be that's what they're doing. And I thought it might be fun. I thought it would be interesting, but the thought of it kind of stresses me out to have that many whips. I am so a monogamous stitcher, and can't I can't stand, having that many incomplete projects. It just really, like, I don't know. There's something wrong with my brain that I cannot. I can handle like 3 or 4 maybe. It's nice to have one that's like an easier stitch and one that's like a harder stitch, so that if for some reason that day my eyes are not working right or something, I can do the easier stitch, but I also like to do the harder stitches. I don't know. So I don't know. I really want to try it, but I don't think I'm going to come up with 12 new starts, because I already have a bunch of whips and I would really like to finish them off. So I might do these whips and just add a few new charts to that. And I'm sure I'll get started on New Year's Eve, and then my kids will come in and say, "Hey, Mom, can you do this for me? Or can we do this together or something?" And of course, I'm going to stop everything I'm doing for my kids, because that's what I do. I would always choose to spend time with my kids because they're teenagers. My daughter is a senior in high school, and I don't know if she's going to end up moving out, and so I want to spend time with my kids while I can. So if that happens, I'm ditching these plans in a heartbeat. But so I'm going to show you the whips that I have, and then I'm going to show you a bunch of patterns that I pulled out that I would really like to do over the course of this year. Not that I would get them all finished or whatever, but these are patterns that I have in my stash that I am really excited about, that I would really like to stitch, in between, of course, stitching my original designs. So I do have a couple more original designs that I worked on over break, and I'm not going to show them to you because it's a surprise. But I would really like to add those to a project bag so that I can start them before I go back to work. But anyway, so here are my whips. The first one, you've probably, and I haven't really done because of everything that was going on for Christmas and all, and wanting to get the my new chart out there. I have not really added any stitches to these. So if you've watched my other videos, you've seen these before, but this is just a reminder of what I have. I have been working on Plum Street Sampler's Spring Moon, and I had gotten pretty far this past year. I got about halfway. Let's see if I can show this to you. I apologize for the wrinkles and the needle minders and things like that, but I'm going to do my best to show you clearly. I got about halfway on this one, and you can see the bunny butt at the top of the house there. This is one that I would really like to finish. It's beautiful, and the colors go so well with my living room. So I really want to finish it and hang it in my living room. I'm trying to create a wall of all of my cross stitches in my living room. I have a big mirror over my piano, and I want to just like around the mirror just put all of my cross stitches. But I have to finish some first, otherwise I'm not going to have anything on that wall. So Here are the colors for Spring Moon. They're just so pretty. I know they're kind of messy and I'm sorry for that, but there's a really pretty red in there. This one is Used Brick by Classic Colorworks. And the blues are just so bright and so pretty. There's a dark blue in there too, and I just love blues. Blue's my favorite color. So that's Spring Moon, and I have that in my Beauty and the Beast. This is a Beauty and the Beast project bag that I got on Etsy, and I don't see the name on here. It looks like they didn't post a thing. But along with the project bag, I had gotten the needle minder of the rose and the glass from the Beauty and the Beast. So it's so pretty. Oh, and the zipper pull. This is cool too. The zipper pull is Cogsworth and Lumiere. So cute. I love that. So that's Spring Moon. That's one of my whips. And then this next one is a freebie, a Scarlet House freebie that you can find on the website, and it's Land That I Love. This one's still in the hoop, so I'm sorry I didn't get very far on it. That's as far as I got on Land That I Love with my Hello Kitty needle minder, and it's in this project bag that I got from a Black Needle Society box, the Earth Laughs and Flowers. So that is also in my whips. It's not a big one, but it's like a full coverage one, so that one's taking a little while. I don't know. The next one, of course, you've seen if you've watched my other floss tubes. I've been working on Peace and Goodwill by Brenda Gervais, and I had done the fall one already, and so I've been working on Peace and Goodwill. This one's still in the hoop too. I had made a little bit of progress, I think, since the last time I showed you. I did the reindeer and the tree, some of the trees, and I finished some of the motifs here and the pear. I can't remember if I showed that to you or not, but that one I want to work on this one later today and see if I can finish this one over break, but I already have a frame picked out for it too, so I can get that done. And the needle minder is another Black Needle Society box needle minder. Their needle minders are the magnets are really strong, so it's nice. They don't go anywhere. There's all the colors for, sorry for the messy threads, but that's what happens when you work on them. There's all the colors for Peace and Goodwill. So pretty. I can't wait. The next part I'm going to do is this, the wreath here with the cardinal in it and the blue bow. I can't wait to work on that. That blue bow. Just looking forward to that. But I also have, when I finish that one, I bought the other patterns as well. So I have Liberty and the spring one too. I'll get that one out too. I keep them all in the same project bag because I know that when I finish one, I'm going to start the next. The Earth Laughs is the next one. And I've already started collecting the threads for that one. And I just stick them in there so I don't lose them. And so that I know that they go with that project. And these charts are in this project bag that my mom had gifted me a while back. This one, I don't see an, oh yeah. This is the 805 stitcher. This is from the 805 stitcher. And she knows I like fashion sewing, so she gave me this one. And the zipper pull is a pair of scissors. How cute is that? And this is, I'll show you their tag here, the 805 stitcher. And I believe that's also an Etsy shop. I'm just stacking my projects up here. As you can see, I have a lot of whips, and so I don't know if I can handle any more whips, but we'll see. I had also started this one by Plum Street Sampler. This is Flag Flock, and I have already done the little pillow. This was actually the reason that I bought this pattern, because my dog Jasper is Border Collie and German Shepherd, and he looks Border Collie. His fur just isn't quite as long as a full Border Collie. But he always sits with his back to me, and so this just reminded me of him, and I just loved it so much. So I've already stitched that one and finished it off, but I do love this one as well, so I started this one, and I did not get very far on this one either. That's as far as I got. Just a little bit of the flag, 1776, and I really like how it's turning out so far. I like the fabric that I'm using. I'm not using the called for. I didn't share any of my fabrics. I just realized that. I'm sorry. And to tell you the truth, I probably did not start organizing my fabric when I started all these projects, so I probably couldn't even tell you what they all are. But when I finish them off, I'll look them up and see if I can give you more details on them. Most of them I'm using all the called for colors. The only thing that I can think of that I substituted was for Peace and Goodwill. I switched out the light khaki with the B5200 because it just showed up a lot better on the fabric that I was using. I'm pretty sure that piece of fabric is left over from a project, so that's probably Winter's Brew by R&R Reproductions. And then the other ones, Spring Moon looks like a Lugana that I got from Needlework by Jim on Etsy. It's Hand Dyes by Jim is what the label says, but I think the Etsy shop is called Needlework by Jim. I got a lot of my fabric from there, and actually I just ordered a bunch more fabric because it was on sale. And I'm looking forward to getting that in the mail, but really good prices on fabric from Needlework by Jim. So that's Flag Flock, and I'm looking, and I did choose a few along with Flag Flock and Liberty. I chose more, and Land That I Love. I'm doing a lot of patriotic stitches because this is our country's 250th in 2026, so I am doing more patriotic stuff this year, but wait till you see all the charts I picked out. I don't even know if you want me to sit here and go through all of these charts that I picked out, but it's a huge stack of them, and I get so excited about these things. I didn't even start cross stitching until a few years ago, but I needed something to do with my hands, and I couldn't get to all of my other crafting stuff. It was all in boxes, and my mom had been trying to get me to cross stitch for like the past 30 years. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. It's too small. I'm not patient enough to do it or whatever. But I just needed something to do with my hands, and all of her cross stitch stuff was, right there. And she urged me to do it again. So I tried one, and I was immediately hooked and totally addicted, and I can't stop. And any free moment I get, I'm cross stitching, and I just fell in love with it instantly. So that's why I have so many patterns, because I have so many plans, and I probably have more charts than I could stitch in my entire lifetime. But dreams and goals, #goals and wishes. But anyway, I'll get to those. So I have one more whip to show you. Well, it's actually not a whip. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I've been working on Country Cottage Needleworks Nutcracker Village, and I did post some pictures to my Instagram account with my finished Nutcracker Village ornaments on my little nutcracker tree with all my nutcracker ornaments. Everything's on there. So I want to continue to work on these because I got them all. There's like, I don't even know, 10 in the series or something, and I've completed 4 so far. But my hope is to do them all. So I did, and that 4 I did just in this past year, like in between other cross stitch projects that I've done. I've pulled out this project bag, and I have all the threads in there already. And I have fabric, although I'm running out, so I'm probably gonna have to get more to finish these, but I have enough to do a couple more. And so this is in my whip pile too, and I can show you, these are the ones that I have left to do. Yeah, there's 10 because I have them all. And this is the series that it is. It's Country Cottage Needleworks, Nutcracker Village. I'm sure you've seen them around. But the next one that I want to do is this one. It's the Chinese Tea Room. And they are so brightly colored, and I love that. They're like happy, really happy colors. I can show you some of them here. And they're all DMCs. I use all the called for colors for this, and I'm using the called for fabric, which is raw silver linen and 32 count. Here's where I got it from, the crafty, I don't know how you say that, Grummelkin. 32 count raw silver linen. That one I kept in the bag so that I don't forget that that's what it is. And here are some of the colors. They're just very bright, but there's also like a bright purple and the bright blues, and it's just a happy stitch. The silver glitter in the fabric sometimes plays tricks on my eyes, so that's one thing that, but when it's finished, it's so festive looking, and I don't think I would do it on anything else and any other kind of fabric, just because I like the finished look of the silver glitter throughout the fabric. But it does kind of play tricks on my eyes sometimes, so I can't, I don't know if you can see the glitter in the video, but it's one that sometimes I have to put aside because of issues with my eyes, which I probably need readers. My mom said I should have readers, but I refuse to be that old yet, so I'm readers. So those are all of my projects that I already have started or kitted up, and now I'm going to show you the charts that I have set aside that I am excited to start. There's a lot of them. I'm going to try to go quick, but these are the ones that I'm just really excited about, and I would like to stitch sometime this year. So here I'm going to start with Puntini. I don't know if I said that right. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. This is the Save the Earth series, and it's sushi. So I'm a big sushi lover, and when I saw this one, I knew I just had to have it, and I would really like to stitch this and hang it in my kitchen. I know it's like not vintagey like is usually my style, or retro or anything, but oh my gosh, sushi, like, please. And then this next one, I actually won in a drawing on Instagram. I never win anything, and this was a giveaway, and when I heard that I won, I was like flipping out. I was so excited. December Stitches did a giveaway this past year, and I got to choose whatever pattern I wanted from their shop. So I chose the Irish Nutcracker. I'm a huge Nutcracker fan, and I'm also very Irish, so this to me was a no-brainer. And I'm really looking forward to stitching that one this year. And it's a front and back one. I just realized that. I just saw that. You can do the front and the back of the Nutcracker. And that is just so cool. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to stitch that. Thank you, December Stitches, for the giveaway. And I was just very excited to win that one. And I'm looking forward to stitching it. And they're actually, December Stitches, I've actually talked to her on Instagram. Super, super sweet. And she does not live that far from me. My local needlework shop is also her local needlework shop. So I'm hoping at some point that we can end up there together so that I can meet you in person, because you just seem so nice. So nice. This next one is one that I found on Etsy. And I just really liked the pattern and the colors. It is... let's see, Stitches Through the Years is the name of the designer and the shop. Stitches Through the Years. And this is called Every Day is a Blessing. And I just thought this was, I like the colors. The colors really do it for me. They go with my living room colors, and I just think this would be a great addition to my living room decorations. And I really do feel this way, that every day is a blessing, especially here in my little brick house. Everything that we have here is just, we are just so blessed by God. So this to me was like the epitome of my house. So I'm looking forward to stitching that one. And then, of course, I picked up a Plum Street sampler not that long ago. And this is another patriotic one, God Bless America. And it's got the eagle. And it says God Bless America right on it. And it's got a flag. And I just thought that would be so perfect for this year. I love Plum Street samplers, charts. And that, it looks like it might take me a little bit longer. And I don't know if I have all the threads for this one yet, but this will be in the plans for this year, but maybe not my 12 by 12. Okay. If I do 12 by 12. I also have this one. I'm pretty sure I have the threads for this one. You know, if you've been watching, oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, this scared me. My dog. I don't know what he heard just now, but whatever it was, it startled him. And he startled me. Sorry about that. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I've been doing the Primrose Cottage Quaker, little Quaker pillows, Quaker stitches. And this is the last one that I have in my stash for now. This is St. Patrick's Day Quaker. And I think it's so cute. I love St. Patrick's Day stitches, and I like displaying my Irishness in the house of St. Patrick's Day in March. So I'm looking forward to stitching this one. I'm pretty sure I have the thread and the fabric for this one already. So that one I could kit up for my 12 by 12. This next one, you're gonna laugh at this one, but my daughter found a picture. I don't even know where she found this picture, but she found it and texted it to me. And this is the first time that she's really ever shown an interest in like cross stitch designs. I've made my kids things before, little things, like I found a pixelated picture of what my daughter's favorite show was at the time, which is A Disastrous Life of Psyche K. Well, you know, it was like this big, and I stitched it and put it in an ornament for her. And then my son, I found a pixelated picture. I'm sorry, he's barking at the wind, I think, because it is super windy here, and you can hear it pretty strong. There's also something in the tree outside my backyard. I think it's a possum, but it makes the weirdest noises, and he is so scared. He's standing on his hind legs looking out the back window right now. It's hilarious. Anyway, I've made a little thing for my son that was Gumball. There's a cartoon called, I can't even remember the full title of the show, but the character's name is Gumball, and I've done that for them. But it's just been small things, and they have never really been like shown much interest in the things that I cross stitch. I mean, my daughter is, you know, always excited to see my new designs, but for themselves, they've never chosen anything. So she sent me this, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to stitch this for her. And so she found it online. I'm going to admit something. I could not find this as a chart to buy. So please do not judge me for this one. I just enlarged the picture that she sent me and printed it out so that I can figure it out. But I'm all about supporting designers and small businesses. I will absolutely buy a pattern or a chart. Unless it's like listed as a freebie on their website or something, then I print the freebies out. But that's because it's supposed to be free. But other than that, I will always buy a chart from a designer, but this one I couldn't find. So this one I'm trying by just enlarging it and blowing it up. But she's a huge scientist fan, and she wants to go into chemistry in college. She has loved every science class that she has taken, and she's just really, really into it. So she found this and she sent it to me, and it's supposed to be the periodic elements, the table of periodic elements. I know I'm probably saying that wrong because I am nowhere near being a scientist or knowing anything about science. But I just thought she thought it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. It says, "Can I lick it?" And it's telling you by color. The greens says, "Sure, go for it." So those elements you could totally lick. Orange says, "Maybe not the best idea." Red says, "Please don't do that." And purple says, "See you on the other side." So she really just thought that was the best thing ever. And I agree. I think it's pretty darn funny. So I'm going to try to stitch that for her because, I mean, why not? That's the first time she's shown interest. So I would like to encourage that by stitching that for her. Then back to purchase charts. I bought this one. I'm going to go back to my Irish roots. And this is the first. I wanted to do designers that I have not stitched before. I wanted to branch out a little bit and try some new designers. This is a Hands Across the Sea sampler. And it is, I don't know how you say it, Elizabeth Garrod. And I really liked the Irish inspiration of it and the fact that it's green, and so this is one that I just really felt like had to be in my stash. So I do have the threads for this one, so this may be one of my 12 by 12. And then this next one also, I have never done a Teresa Kogut before, and this is a patriotic one. So, and I just thought this one was so cute and so doable for me, with the bluebird and the flag and the flowers. I just thought it was so pretty. The colors are so pretty. And I'm looking forward to doing that one. I still have to see if I'm pretty sure I have all of these colors. I'm looking at them now. And if I can find a piece of fabric in my stash, then I will totally be doing this one as part of my 12 by 12. It's called Patriotic Tweet by Teresa Kogut. And there's actually 2 charts in here, so that's pretty cool too. The next one, it might be kind of hard to show you because I found it online as a freebie. It was I don't know how old it was. It's Al Forrest embroidery, and it says right on there, free chart, and it's Alice in Wonderland, but it was a Sal. So the first page is all blurred out, for the purpose of the Sal. It's Al Forrest embroidery, and it's a free chart. And I found it online on, I think it was on their website. Actually, I don't know. And it's meant to be done step by step. I guess it wouldn't matter if I accidentally showed you some of the charts because it is a free chart and you can get it online. So it's meant to be done step by step as a SAL. So they give you each piece of the sampler one at a time. There's the white rabbit because it's Alice in Wonderland. There's Alice. And I just thought this was adorable. There's a little cookie that says "Eat Me" and her big shoe when she grows. And Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite stories. So this to me, I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. I'm looking to see if there's a completed picture of it so I can show you. It looks like a big one. Maybe I was thinking about, maybe doing like one portion of it each month. Here is, you can see here the whole completed chart. All the little sections all come together to make this huge piece. And I just thought, and the Queen of Hearts with the flamingo there. How cute is that? Like, it just looks adorable to me, and I don't care if this is a long-term project. I really want to do it. So that was a freebie, and I couldn't believe that when I saw that. That whole big chart was all a freebie. And then this one I've shown before. This one, I've got a whole bunch of these as well. I've never done Satsuma Street before, and I bought ones for all the places that I've been. So I have Barcelona, Pretty Little Barcelona, I have Pretty Little Italy, Pretty Little Paris, Greece, and I intend to do them all and hang them all together, like in my bedroom. But I want to get them started. I never started them. I bought them and I never started them. So this is going to be in, if I do the 12 by 12, this is going to be in that grouping. Pretty Little Barcelona. I love the colors and all of the landmarks there. And she gives you a key to all of the landmarks, so you know what each one of them is, which is pretty cool. Every pattern has that that she's done for the different cities and all. So that one I'm looking forward to starting. And then this next one, the pile's getting smaller. Don't worry, I'm getting there. The next one was one that I found on Etsy as well. You might have seen this one. Let me see if I can find a color picture. I think I just printed it in black and white. But it's a Quaker, and looks like it's Happy Mood Point is the designer, and it's called Sampler Coffee. And it says in the middle, "First I drink the coffee." And there's like a little coffee pot, there's coffee beans, there's all kinds of coffee related Quaker stuff in here. And I do enjoy the Quaker stitches, doing like one motif at a time. I find that as an enjoyable stitch to work on. So I really want to do this one, and I'm pretty sure the colors are all like different shades of brown, and I want to hang it by my coffee bar in the kitchen. Isn't it funny how, like, sometimes when I buy charts, I know exactly where I'm going to put it in my house once I finish it. And then it takes me forever to actually get to stitching it and finishing it. But some of them I just know. Like, I know I love this chart. I want to do it. And I know exactly where I'm going to hang it. And other ones, I'm just like, I love this chart. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to get it and add it to my stash. And so at some point, I'm going to stitch it. Also, this year, I have also had some Sweet Wing Studio stitches in my stash, and I've actually started collecting the colors together, and I just never got around to stitching them either. So I would really like to do some of these. I have set aside this one that I would really like to do by Valentine's Day. Excuse me, my nose is a little stuffed. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you, John 15:12. And I just think that would be a perfect Valentine's decoration. And I started collecting the colors, you can see, and I slipped them right in the sleeve with the chart. So that one is probably like near the top of my pile because I want to do it by Valentine's Day. But I also have this sweet wing. I love the colors on this one. This one is, the Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy. Psalm 126:3. Great verse. I love it. I love the colors. Cute pattern, cute flowers. It would look great in my living room. I'm not going to have any wall space left in my living room once I hang all these things on my living room wall. Sorry for the dog barking again. He is a little hyper today. I think the possum that in the tree outside just revs him up, and then he can't calm down. I also have this one, Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. So you can see I chose a lot of different designers. And these are mostly ones that I have never stitched before, and I'm really excited to try all these different designers. But I've had this one too. This one would be a great Valentine's one as well. This one, Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. This is Love Spring at Pansy Patch Manor. Super cute. I love the little fountain. It says love on there, and flowers and quilt stars and everything. I'm sorry for the barking dog. I'm trying to go a little, I know this is a big pile here. Also, if you have watched my videos before, you know that I started Country Cottage Needleworks series of the different places, the different cities around the world. And I did Paris. And it was so cute. And I loved it so much. I actually stitched it during the Olympics when they were in Paris. So like that to me, I like created a memory while I was stitching, and I love that. So every time I look at it, I think of how I was like watching the Olympic events in Paris while I was stitching it. But I bought Rome, London, and New York as well because I've been all those places. So the next one I want to do is Rome. And how cute is that? With the little cafe table, and looks like I think that's probably the Vatican. Oh, it's got a little Vespa on it. How cute is that? And the fountain. And so that I'm going to add that to my to be stitched stash. This one I have seen, you've probably seen this one before. I've seen this around a lot. This is Cottage Garden, and it's called Christmas Delivery. And I'm hoping to stitch this one by next Christmas. I just love the bright colors on it. I thought it was very festive, very holidays, and so that's been in my stash for a while, and I've never gotten around to it. I'm realizing now how unrealistic my plans for this year are. But you know, that's how we roll here. So when I get done. I'm not going to stress about that. By next year, some of these things will be added to the pile for 2027. So you know, whatever. Hashtag dreams, goals, plans, wishes. I also have this one. This is the New York Dreamer Needleworks. And I have this one hanging in my kitchen right now with, it says, coffee gets me started, Jesus keeps me going. And this is like a fall stitch that fits on the same coffee. It's like a metal thing that I just attached it with a magnet. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't want my dog barking to bother you all, so I paused the video. to go see what he was barking at, and it was an Amazon delivery truck backed down our street. So of course my dog barks at everything that moves. So he was going a little nuts. So I paused the video and waited for the truck to pass, and then I gave him a chewy to occupy him so he won't disturb us. So anyway, I was talking about the New York Dreamer and how I have this metal coffee cup with the other stitching on it hanging in my kitchen now, and I attached it with a magnet so that with the hopes of stitching this one as well and being able to switch them out in the fall. So that one I've had for a while as well, and I really want to do that one. I don't really think that would. It's 75 stitches by 75 stitches, so, and it's lettering seems to go a little bit faster, so I don't even think that would take me that long. I should probably put that one at the top of the list, but I probably won't because it's fall, so I'll probably wait until fall and then be like, oh no, I should have had this stitched so that I could hang it up, and then I'll stitch it really quick then, and then not get to enjoy it this fall. Will probably be next fall that I hang it up, but that's how we roll. I had picked this one up a while ago too. This one is by Stitchy Prose, Holly Freeman, and it's called Outnumber the Shamrocks. So back to you can see I have certain themes here going with the charts that I choose, but I liked this one because of the shamrocks, of course, but and the cladog in the middle, but also the saying, may your blessings outnumber the shamrocks that grow, and may trouble avoid you wherever you go. I just thought it was so cool. So that's in my list as well. The pile's getting smaller, I promise. I won't take up much more of your time. This one I know I've seen around. You've probably seen this one too. This is Modern Folk Embroidery. I've never done one of theirs before either. And it's a quote from, Jane Austen quote. It's called Real Comfort, a Jane Austen sampler. There is nothing like staying at home for real comfort. And if you know me, you know that that's me, because I'm such a homebody. I just love this. I want to stitch it, and I want to hang it by my bookcases in my living room. All one color. But I love that saying, and I loved the scenery here and the alphabet below, and the border that's around the quote with the birds at the top. Love, love, love. I have, going along with the Irish theme, I mean, it's the beginning of the year. It's St. Patrick's Day is in March, so of course I'm going to want to stitch things that I can show for St. Patrick's Day. Not Forgotten Farm has the cutest little patterns, and I've been doing them all. I've done the Santa Claus one, and I've done the Uncle Sam, and I did the bunny and the robin, and I had them out at Easter. And this one is Maggie O'Green, and how adorable is she? They're all so adorable, and they're quick, easy stitches. They're very small. If you're using like, I think I did 28 count on the others, and they work out to, a few inches high, like 5 or 6 inches high, I guess, and just like a few inches wide. But they look so super cute in the dough bowls. So I want to do that one. Here's another freebie that I found on Instagram. I follow Jo Florence, and she had posted this one. I want to say it was last year around Valentine's Day. And so I printed it out. It's a freebie. And I thought it was like the little couple in the middle with the heart. So cute. But then there's also a pair of scissors here, and there's some thread spools over here. And just the romantic nature of it, of the lettering and the border and all. I would really like to do that one. And I did not even print out what thread color it was, because I was probably thinking I would just choose, it was done in a blue, and I would probably just choose, one that went with my my house, all the blues in my house. But that was, oh, here, let me show you. It's French. Please do not ask me to speak French, but the title is in French. I'm terrible. When I had to sing in French in college, my teacher would pick on me for singing French with a Jersey accent. My French is terrible. But this is Jo Florence. Her name is right there underneath the title. And there's, I'm not even going to attempt it. You just look at the title yourself, because I can't. It would be terrible if I tried to speak French. But anyway, I just thought that chart was really pretty. And then the last few charts, I've had this one for a really long time. Waxing Moon Design, Search the Sky. And it says, may you never be too grown up to search the sky on Christmas Eve. So I'd like to get this one done by next Christmas as well. I just love the saying. And I have not done anything on a blue background yet. So I'm curious to see how that turns out. But I just love the picture, the house below, the Santa and the reindeer above, and all the snowflakes. It's just so cute. I love that one. And then these I've shown in other videos. This is by RETM, and it is Alice, and it is a Quaker. And Alice is looking down, down the rabbit hole. And all of the Quaker things are Alice in Wonderland themed. There's the flamingo croquet mallet, and the Cheshire Cat, and the Mad Hatter's hat, and the twins there, Tweedledum and Tweedledee. They're all there. So worked in with the Quaker pattern, and I just thought that was so cool, such a creative idea. That I want to stitch that one. And you probably can't see it very well, but the outline of the white rabbit is up there too at the top, right here. And that is Alice by RETM. And then the last one I showed you in the last video I did, I've been wanting to try a Barbara Anna design. I've never done one before. So at my local needle workshop, I picked up this one, which is Christmas City. I'm still trying to find the She Mad Hatter. I asked at the local needle workshop, and they were ordering the She Mad Hatter for me by Barbara Anna, but they were having a hard time getting things shipped from overseas because of the tariffs and everything. So I have not had word yet about that one, but I'm thinking when I go there on Saturday, I'll ask and see if she's gotten it yet. So that's it. That is a huge pile of charts. I know. My goals are extremely unrealistic. I know. And I don't care. I just like them all. And I want to stitch everything in the world. And I wish I could do this all the time. I wish that I didn't have to go back to work on January 5th. I love the kids I work with. And I love music. But if I could make designing my charts a full-time thing, I would absolutely be in heaven if I could do that. I just, what I don't miss about work is the shoving food down my face at lunch so fast that I have indigestion all afternoon, and the pressure of the performances, and other things that it just make me feel very anxious and stressed throughout the school year. And the breaks are just like a teaser, like you get an idea of what it would be like, if I did do this all the time as a full-time job, and then boom, you got to go back to work. So I think that's why I'm getting the Sunday scaries already, even though it's not the Sunday before I go back to work. I just have grandiose plans and I want to do them all. So that's it that I have to show you for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I didn't talk about like books or anything. I haven't really read much lately. I was going to read The Christmas Carol before Christmas, but then I got sick and I just couldn't do much of anything. So I did not do that. And I had started Jane Eyre, but I have not gotten very far in that. So I'm hoping to pick that up now. Sorry for the click-clacking of my dog's nails on the floor, but he lives here. So, and TV, my mom gifted us with a year subscription of Netflix. So, I'm very excited about that. I have been on Netflix like nonstop since Christmas Day, catching up on my favorite shows. I've been rewatching Heartland for like the umpteenth time. I love Heartland. It's just a wholesome, good show. But there's a new season of Emily in Paris. I love that show too, so I'm looking forward to watching that. And a new season of Bridgerton is coming out soon, and I'm looking forward to that one as well. So I've been trying to like binge watch the seasons leading up to it so that I can catch up. And when the new season comes out, I'll be watching that one. So that's what I've been up to here in my little brick house. Thank you for joining me today, and Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed your New Year holiday, and if you have off work for that holiday, I hope you enjoy your break. And I really look forward to doing lots more stitching to show you soon. And if you favorite my Etsy shop, you will be notified when I put new patterns in there. And if you would like to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, and if you have any of my patterns and you stitch them, I would love to see your stitching. So if you post them on Instagram or if you show them in your Flosstube, please tag me, because I get so excited when I see other people stitching my designs. It is just a thrill to me, and I would love to see that. And thank you all for all the support and the encouragement and the lovely comments that you leave me and the conversations that we have in the comment section. I just love that so much. That just means the world to me. So if you have advice or comments or suggestions or anything that you would like to let me know, please leave comments. I read them all, and I try to answer them all as best as I can. But I just love the conversations that we have. Since there's nobody like around me who really does anything crafty, you guys are my besties, and I love to hear from you. So thank you, and I've had a really blessed year, and I'm looking forward to another year full of blessings with you guys. So thank you for your support, and thank you for watching today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and Happy New Year. Peace out.